Very warm welcome to the lecture of BSc First Medical Cell Biology, Microtubules and Microfilaments. Microtubules and microfilaments. Their name indicates that they are of micron size, too small. Due to their minute size, they are called microtubules and microfilaments, right? Microtubules, if we talk about the microtubules, these were first discovered by D. Robertis along with Frenchy in 1953 in the axon of the medullated nerve fibers. These are found only and only in the eukaryotic cellular structures eukaryotic cellular structures like cilia, flagella, centriole, basal body, and so on. And these microtubules are of two types, labile and stable. Labile and stable, their name indicates that in presence of some substance or reactors, they showing stability and they are sensitive. And the factors are colchicine, vinblastine. These are the inhibitors like colchicine and vinblastine, right? In these presence they show sensitivity, okay, or less sensitive to these inhibitors, but these are less sensitive to these, but these are highly sensitive and show disruption, right? When we talk about the ultrastructure, then what will we see is their length may vary from a micron to several microns, right? Hollow, unbranched, right? And 13 parallel prototubules are there, right? Each being formed of a linear series of globular protein molecules, right? These protofilaments or these prototubules are helically arranged. Like if we see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, then the second row which will constitute will be, this is showing half, will be of, because each, when these are dissociated, then what will we see? Each protein is a dimer like this, alpha beta alpha and beta. Again a second, right? Now this is the beta of the same, right? And if we talk about the chemical composition, the amino acid composition of the tubulin proteins is similar to that of the muscular protein actin, right? Now what's about their functions, which is very important from the exam point of view. Functions. First of all, maintenance of cell shape. How these maintain the cell shape? Highly rigid structures. These tubules are highly rigid structures. So these form the cytoskeleton or supporting framework which helps in the cell shape. For example, axon of the neurons, exopodia, cilia and flagella. Similarly, non-mammalian erythrocytes are flat due to the peripheral band of microtubules. The second one function in which they are playing a very important role is of the locomotion. Which one? Locomotion. In locomotion, as these are present in the cilia, flagella, cilia, flagella. So these cilia, flagella help in locomotion. So these are also playing the role of locomotion. Right? Now the next function of them, of these microtubules, is in feeding. The microtubules of cilia in ciliates like paramecium beat coordinatively to draw a water current, which also brings the fine food particles. And we also we can correlate their functions with their occurrence. Each one occurrence has a definitive function. That function can be included in this functions. In cell division, we see the role of centriole and the basal body, centrioles in the cell division. So, in mitotic apparatus, there are three types of microtubules: polar, kinetochore, and interpolar. And during anaphase, homogeneous chromosomes in meiosis and daughter chromosomes in mitosis move toward the opposite poles due to the depolarization and shortening of kinetochore microtubules and polymerization and elongation of interpolar microtubules. This is called the assembly and disassembly hypothesis of the chromosomal movements. Now we have shown that these are present in the axonal membrane. First of all, these were discovered by De Robertis and Frenchy in the microtubules, axonal membrane, and this forms their next function: nerve impulse conduction. Right, microtubules of the neural axis of axon are called neurotubules, which provide structural support to the axons and help in conduction of the nerve impulse. As we have shown that these are present in the melanophores, so these are functionally help in skin coloration. Skin coloration. Alright, as these are present in kinesin and dynein, so these are helping intracellular transport. Right, now in cell differentiation, cells change their shape. Microtubules help in elongation of cells in the lens of the eyes and of the nucleus of the spermatid during spermiogenesis. So these help in morphogenesis. Alright, as these microtubules can act as the transducers and convert the stimuli into nerve impulses. So these can be asked as playing the role of sensory transduction. These also control the orientation of cellulose microfibrils in the cell wall of the plants. So these can be said to play the role of cell wall organization. Right? As microtubules are the structural components of cilia, flagella, centriole, and mitotic spindle, basal bodies. So these are playing the role of structural components, right? This is in short the microtubules. Now we will talk about the microfilaments. Actually these are much or less similar in their role, in their functions. First of all, what will we see? Microtubules discovered. These are discovered by Pelvis et al. In 1974 in the striated muscle cells. Striated muscle cell. Striated muscle cell. If we talk about their occurrence, then they are also found only in the cytoplasm of all eukaryotic cells. But eukaryotic cells, which structure these are present? These are present in the microvilli, muscle fibers, and so on, right? Ultrastructure, if we talk about the ultrastructure, then these are studied in the striated muscle fibers. Each striated muscle fiber is a long cylindrical unbranched, right? Their special membrane by which these are covered is called the sarcolemma. Right? And the cytoplasm is called as the sarcoplasm, and their reticulum is sarcoplasmic reticulum. Sarcoplasmic reticulum, right? A large number of fine, long, contractile proteinaceous threads called sarcostyles. And we have known that the fiber here present are the actin and myosin, along with troponin, tropomyosin, and tubulin. Like these help in the contraction and relaxation, A zone, I band, as we have studied in our muscle chapter. This all description goes along with them. If we talk about the difference between the microtubules and microfilaments, then what will we see in microfilaments and microtubules? जो माइक्रोफिलामेंट्स होते हैं उनका जो डायमीटर है, if we talk about the diameter, then their diameter is 5 to 6 nanometer, and microtubules diameter is 25 nanometer, right? And in microtubules we have discussed that the each molecule is a dimer and is formed of alpha and beta tubulin proteins. But these are mainly made up of actin, right? Microfilaments are solid structure, but these are hollow tubules, do not possess any longitudinal, not possess any subunits, but these contain 13 protofilaments. These are contractile and these are non-contractile, right? Now if we talk about the functions of microfilaments, these are mainly associated with the contraction and relaxation. Wherever there is contraction and relaxation, here will be the presence of microfilaments. So in functions, what will we see in contraction and relaxation? First of all, we will see that in movement and locomotion. Actually what happens, microfilaments of the myofibrils of the muscle fibers, help in the movement and locomotion, during which actomyosin complexes are formed. Thick myosin and active sites of thin active filaments in the presence of energy released during the hydrolysis of the ATP by myosin ATPase enzyme. Due to this interlinking, the heads are tilted, and this tilt is called bubble stroke. Alright, in movement and locomotion, and the second one is in cell division. Spindle fibers, contractile ring in cell division, basically in cytokinesis, when cell furrow is formed, now as cytoskeleton. Just like our bones in our body, they are providing skeleton in the form of villi, calmodulin. These are the main. Right, now if we talk about the next functions of these microfilaments, then these are the amoeboid and pseudopodial movements. Amoeboid or pseudopodial movements. What happen? Actually, these are found in the amoeba, amoeboid protozoans, and some special cell types of vertebrate body. For example, WBCs, macrophages. Alright. So, most accepted theory of amoeboid locomotion is the Sol-Gel theory, which states that the cytoplasm is differentiated into outer, thinner, denser and transparent ectoplasm and inner, more granular endoplasm. So, amoeboid locomotion involves attachment of plasma membrane with the surface. Plasma gel exerts a squeezing action on the plasmasol from the sides. New pseudopodia are formed at the advancing site, and due to the gelation by the assembly and linking of the actin protein molecules by filament and the alpha actinic proteins. So, undulatory movements in fibroblast is also only and only because of the microfilaments. Which one? Undulatory movements in fibroblast. What happen? Fibroblasts are fiber secreting cells of connective tissue. Their movement involve plasma membrane comes in contact with the substratum and is produced into a number of extensions called lamellipodia at the anterior end. These lamellipodia contain a network of actin filaments but no cell organelle. Plasma membrane is thrown into a number of small projections called the adhesive plaques on their undersurface through actin filaments and vinculin protein. Lamellipodia are raised, curved backward over the cell called ruffling and give ruffled appearance, so are called ruffled lamellipodia. At the receding end, posterior end, which was initially fixed to the substratum, is finally stretched into a thin retraction fiber, and that breaks. It was later confirmed that the retraction of the receding lamella involves disassembly of actin microfilaments, while formation of leading lamella at the interior end involves assembly of the actin filaments. These changes in the actin filaments occur in the presence of energy provided by the ATP, and these are also involved in the movement of cell membrane. Movement of cell membrane. Microfilaments act as cell muscles and help in the cell membrane movements, which also help in endocytosis through the cell membrane. Acrosomal filament formation is also another function. Which one? Movement of हो गया acrosomal filament formation. When the sperm head comes in contact with the egg envelope, sperm shows acrosomal reaction in which acrosomal membrane and plasma membrane of sperm dissolve to form an apical pore. Acrosomal granule containing lytic enzymes comes in contact with the egg envelopes which develop a depression. An acrosomal tubule is developed from the acrosomal membrane by the activation, polymerization and elongation of actin microfilaments. Acrosomal granule releases the lytic enzymes which dissolve the jelly cord and vitelline membrane and make the path for the penetration of the acrosomal tubule into the egg envelopes. This is the formation of acrosomal filament. And in short, we can say that microtubules and microfilaments, those are important basically from the cell point of view. Just like in our body present muscles here in the cell at the cellular level, which acts as like the muscles are the microfilaments, and those which are rigid, right, are just like the bones, cartilaginous in our body are the microtubules, right. Have a nice day, stay safe, stay home.